Everybody, this is Are You Kristen. I'm here today to show you my digital diary. I've been keeping this digital diary since about in here, which is the middle of January. I was feeling like I really needed to do some creative stuff in the evenings, but I did not want to bring all of my crap over to the couch in the nighttime because I was really bad at cleaning it up and all that. So I just started putting stuff in this is good notes here in on my mini iPad. I've got my Apple Pencil, and you can see that I've done lots of different pages, and I'll flip through all of them. We'll talk a little bit more about them, but they definitely got a little bit more complicated as time goes by. And we're into April now, and I'm going to show you the first 3 months because I went ahead and I printed out the first 3 months of this project. So if you are on this blog post that I'm making this video for, you'll see the printed book and you'll see, and it's cool and it's awesome. Uh, but I'm going to flip through this digitally now, and I'm going to show you how I got started. So this here is the first couple of weeks of January, and I backfilled the first couple of weeks of January because I did not start this project until about 2 weeks into the year. But I wanted to print out and have a full year's worth of these pages. So I went in and backfilled. So these first few pages don't really have that much going on. I just went into my screenshots and I pulled stuff that I created on whatever day it was or whatever pictures that I took. Um, Lots of stuff in Procreate. Instead of giving myself a one little word this year, I decided that I was going to figure out how to use Procreate and come up with an illustration style that I have. So that's one of the things that I've been working on, and it's really nice to have somewhere to stick all of the little illustrations that I've been doing. Also, lots of currently stuff. If you know anything about me, I love documenting what I'm currently watching or reading or listening to. So I have lots of screenshots of the stuff that I'm watching and reading and listening to, and it fits really, really well in here. Lots of different pictures, lots of different art. This is the very beginning of a blog post that I put out, I think actually a week or so ago, that took me probably about 3 months to put together about how rest is part of the work. And I looked at what my ideal day looks like and then what my actual day looks like. So lots of little Venn diagrams this week. It's very fun to go through this and see like what was up during the week, what the theme is during the week, what was going on. This was football playoffs. And this was on Wild Card Sunday, I drew this map. I grabbed a outline of the United States, and then I drew all of the stadiums for the games, and then we started up here in Buffalo at 1 p.m., and Buffalo beat Denver. Then we went down to Philadelphia, where Philadelphia beat Green Bay in Philadelphia at 4:30, and then we went down a little bit more into Tampa Bay, where Washington beat Tampa Bay 23-20. And I just sketched out the little stadiums. I added, drew the logos. I traced the outlines of the logos. I can zoom in and you guys can see it. I traced the outlines of the logos and then colored them in, which made it so much easier. So this is a really fun illustration. And this illustration, I wanted somewhere to put this. So this was the illustration that kind of got me into thinking that I should do this. This is a picture of my currently list. These are some popovers, another currently and another daily page that I made. This is a little interactive page, one of my favorite pages that I've made in a while. And then I think we're going to start to actually get into the first pages of the game. This is just like a Thursday 3 screenshot. At some point, and I didn't print it out, so I'm not going to add it in now. This is a little meme from the Lions, the Detroit Lions. This was when I was watching Severance. These are still kind of boring pages. The big thing for January 18th was that I wrote a newsletter, so I went in and I screenshotted parts of the newsletter and stuck it in here. Let's move that back. A couple of things that I learned when printing it out is that I'm not leaving enough room for the margins. Like, I need a little bit more bleed room for when I print it out. So the next template that I make, I will put in the 1/4 of an inch bleed around the outside. So good. I love that this can be a place where I have a bunch of space to write stuff down. Um, so it was really fun to write down about all of the little games and my feelings on them because I don't ever have a place to do that. This actually, these are in GoodNotes. GoodNotes has a little I don't even what do you call it? A feature? Yeah, sure, a feature where you can put little washi tape over your content and then it is hidden. It's supposed to be for when you're doing like notes and you need to quiz yourself, but I used it to do some Fourth Wing spoilers. Onyx Storm comes out tomorrow, and so this is all about Onyx Storm. So this was the time that I really got into doing this journal, was in here. So when I started reading Onyx Storm for the first time. You're going to see Onyx Storm a lot in this book, I'm sorry. 2 degrees out, lots of thoughts, lots of journaling, this is where it starts to become a little bit more scrapbooky, more Onyx Storm stuff. This is weather. I just thought that looked so cool, like an amazing picture of Lake Michigan.